Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a big technic build. We are doing the Toyota Supra Mk4 A80, and it says on the bottom of the screen here 3,822 pieces. This is for sale on so many websites. I'm not actually sure what site it originates from, the original builder. It does say here by Matisse56, but I don't know if he's the original builder or if he created a PDF, as everywhere that I've looked it's only a PDF instructions. I can't actually find a paper one, so we'll be using the tablet for building this one. This actually cost me £100. I did get it off AliExpress, so yeah, another AliExpress build, which we have done a fair few as of recently. I just find AliExpress, you can find a massive variation of different builds from different companies rather than just the leading brands builds. With this one, it is in black, but I'm going to go for a bit of a change, and I'm going to try and do mine in orange, as Lego have released the Fast and Furious Toyota Supra build, and it's only about 600 pieces, probably the same size as the Lamborghini Huracan. And at the moment I'm not too keen on it. I just don't feel like it looks as good, so I'm going to go and try and build this one. Obviously if I do build this one, it is going to be a lot bigger than the Dom's Charger, because that was only 1,600 pieces, so this is more than double, so it could be a beast of a build compared to the Charger. So I am going to be trying to do it orange. There'll probably be some custom pieces going on there, like these red rims. I'm not going to be putting them on, as I don't think it would match being on the orange Supra. I have got some custom rims. Don't look too bad. They don't look exactly like the Supra from the movie, but they'll be as good as they get. Some chrome 5 spokes. So yeah, they'll be going on my build. I've had to get a lot more orange. I've stripped down the Mazda RX-7 that we built last year, as well as the Porsche 911 that we built last year as well. So all their orange pieces, I've combined them together. And yeah, hopefully I've got enough orange to get this build going. So flip the camera around and let's see how this build turns out. Oh, and finally, there we have my Toyota Supra Fast and Furious version. This original design is by Mk4. That's what his Supra looks like. But I've gone ahead and basically changed some parts of it. Mainly the colour, the wheels. Gave it the chrome discs. And I've managed to get some from AliExpress, some Brembo printed calipers. And then I've also gone with a totally different spoiler. I just modded that myself. It is kind of the wrong grey. It's a bit too dark. I did want the lighter version, but by the time it arrived it was already too late. Did want to try and make this roof easily to detach, but it seems a lot more complicated than I originally thought. I might have to have a look at the Ferrari Daytona on how that roof comes off and how to build it. Maybe copy their idea. Inside is kind of the same. Inside. All I've done is change the colour of the seats to black and blue, and then I've also added some yellow piping for the roll cage. Around the front. I'm not too keen on these flex hoses. I do have them in orange, but I just thought with it being the outline of the lights, kind of left them black. And then under the bonnet. Don't really know how that was supposed to hold it. Under the bonnet I have used some parts, exhaust parts, that were already chromed, and then I've basically coloured in with some liquid chrome this pen. These are pretty decent for liquid chrome effect. The only issue is, like, I've managed to do these rounded parts, they've come out pretty decent because they're quite thin, and the bristle on this was quite thin. I needed a thicker one to do tiles and plates, so some of them look alright, but then some of them have got ripples where the bristle's too thin, so I've basically gone down a straight line twice and it's kind of gave it a ripple effect. So my bristle was a bit too thin. Doesn't look too bad, looks alright. I just didn't want the standard look. I wanted to, with it being trying to be like Fast and Furious, just go for all chrome. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad either. I weren't too sure about the intercooler or the radiator to be chromed. You can see some chrome piping coming to it each side. I would have liked that to have been a nice chrome as well, but radiators and intercoolers, they're not really chrome, they're just like aluminium. So I weren't too bothered about doing that. Probably should have done these a bit chrome, I think. Might have set them off a bit better than just being grey. But yeah, that is this is the Supra that I've built, obviously being the creation of the Mk4. I've just made a few subtle changes, nothing too major. I do want some stickers for it, like the Fast and Furious stickers, but it's not easy getting something to go on this big scale. So if I do get some stickers, I'll do another update of the video. But that is my end video. It's finally come to an end. It's been in the making for a few months. I wanted to get it done before Lego released their Fast and Furious Supra, but trying to get so many orange pieces together kept running out, needed extra parts, but it's finally done. Quick get a view of the back. I do like the back. I have done some changes for the back as well, only subtle. For the lights, the red and the orange lights had these the other way round, so the studs were showing. I've flipped them around and then I've got the smooth 2x2 rounded tiles, so they're all smooth, no studs showing. And then obviously I've got a chrome exhaust, which again sets it off way better. Doesn't look too bad. For my creation, I'm quite happy with the spoiler. Does look like it's probably leaning too far forward. Again, if I think of another way of doing it a bit better, I could probably make an updated video. Weren't too happy with these arches. I don't like these flex hoses. Some of them are awkward to try and keep in those studs. And as well, it's just very loose and flimsy. I would have probably preferred like the solid wheel arches, so again, if I could think of a better way of putting them on, I might make an updated video. But that is my Supra, my orange Fast and Furious Supra. Obviously not my creation. Got to keep mentioning that. I don't want people commenting saying this is not my creation, I've copied it or stole it. I've not stolen it, I've bought it and I've just gone for the whole colour change. So if you enjoyed the video, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and I'll catch you on my next build. Thanks.